I'm going to review a book here. It's called Vagos, Mongols, and Outlaws: My Infiltration of America's Deadliest Biker Gangs by Charles Falco with Terry Drogan. This book, now most people are probably wondering, oh, you mostly cover like political and some Law and Order stuff. Why are you covering this book? Well, I've already covered books. If you go to my playlist, you'll see I've got several books that I have reviewed because people need to be educated on things. I really do believe that. In this book, most people don't pay attention to biker gangs. They go, "Well, it's not really anything to care about." It is actually, because the biker gangs are probably one of the driving forces within smuggling. Well, I don't know if it's so much smuggling as is transporting firearms and drugs and so many other things. And most people don't know that. I've heard some stories from some former one percenters. They're also a very chaotic bunch that can be terror. They can be terror inducing. And people should understand what they're dealing with, because if some of these folks move into your area, you need to know that this is something dangerous. You need to get with the cops immediately. On the community needs to get with the cops and get these folks out of there. Sometimes, sometimes they're SOA, Sons of Anarchy like, but sometimes they're really not. So let's talk about this book a little bit here.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Okay, this Charles Falco fella, probably not his real name in any stretch of the imagination, got with Carrie Droven, who she's co-authored several books. She works with people. She's a lawyer too. If what I saw is correct, she's also a lawyer. Um, Also a very attractive woman. But they cover his time, Charles Falco's time, undercover, and he actually became vice president of a chapter with the Vagos and with the Outlaws. He helped bust several of these folks, like it's like 80 something people I think ended up going to jail. How he got started in this, he's not a cop. He made the wrong choices when he became an adult. He ended up becoming an international drug trafficker, and to peel some time away from his uh, sentence, because he got caught, he got sentenced. A cop talked him into becoming a confidential informant that had infiltrated the Vagos. Very dangerous group. He infiltrated them, got them busted, went into witness protection. They actually dropped his sentence. He did such a good job that the judge went, you know what? I'm dropping it. Goes into witness protection, and he got bored. And so ended up infiltrating with the ATF, infiltrating first the Mongols and then the Outlaws. Most people don't know who the Outlaws are. They're an interesting group. exceedingly racist. Exceedingly racist. You learn who they are and how bad they are. They're one of the major ones, but most people haven't heard of them. They hunt Hell's Angels. Everybody's heard of the Angels. They hunt them. And he became the vice president of a chapter there. Well, it wasn't a real chapter. It turns out that, well, it's an ATF sting. Like everybody there was involved in that chapter. They used a fake chapter, got in, created a fake chapter, and made many, many more bust. This is fascinating. These people put their lives on the line for your safety because the Vagos were in California, the Mongols and Outlaws were here in Virginia. Only problem I have is that by busting the Outlaws, a power vacuum happened, and well, as you're reading this book, which was originally out in 2013. Since that time, the Hells Angels have gained power in Virginia Beach, where they were talking about in this book is the reason why they were busting the Outlaws. Yes, that happened. Um, so yeah, power vacuums happen, but it's a really interesting book. Now look, most folks may not like true crime. This is, I recommend this book. I really do. I have culled through several books that, like, I'll pick up books, start reading them, and go, nope, not going to do it. Not gonna do it. Nope. But this book, I read it and I went, you know what? With all the crime and drugs that everybody talks about, they need to understand just how insane some of these bikers are. Not every biker is as insane as what you read in here, but it's getting to the point where friends of mine have told me, yes, they are that dangerous. So you need to understand what you're dealing with if you have to deal with these people. Don't provoke them. There are people that do stupid things all the time and try to provoke them. Don't do that. But Charles Falco and what he did, man. And I'm glad that he was able to write this book. So pick it up if you get a chance. I think that you will enjoy it. I really do. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.